Hello, this is Tony Books Aviles from Staten Island Boot Camp and the Staten Island Slim Down here with the second week of the Staten Island Slim Down. Well, before we get to that, let's talk a little bit about the first week. How'd it go? Did you see any results? Did you have to make some sacrifices? Did you do everything that you could possibly do in order to be successful? Or did you not do it at all? Well, I'm hoping that if you're watching this, it's because you did it, you're into it, and you're looking forward to seeing what we're going to do next. Well, I'm going to speak quickly, as I always do, because we have such an immense amount of information to get to you in a very, very short period of time. Well, I'd have to say that the first week has been sort of a test study, a case study in human nature. I have seen some of you at the mall, seen some of you at different locations, of course, seen some of my boot camp clients, and I have gotten a tremendous amount of great responses. People who have lost 5 and 6 pounds in the first week, some who have lost 3 pounds and they have not been able to do that in months, no matter what they've done, have adopted the Staten Island Slim Down methodology, primarily of metabolic nutrition, and they've seen a change immediately in their life. Now, again, this is not a weight loss contest, but the weight loss is just an indicator of progress. Your progress could be that your clothes are fitting a little bit looser, or that you're feeling stronger, you're having more energy, whatever it may be. But it's been a case study not just in physical results. It's been a case study in the mental conditioning that some people are either experiencing or that they're having a challenge with. And we can really look at it in terms of questions. Tony Robbins says that the quality of your life is going to be determined by the quality of the questions that you ask. So indulge me for a second. I'm going to talk about some of the repetitive questions that I've gotten by email and or experiencing through people contacting directly. Someone will ask, look, I cannot make all of the events. What is it that I need to do in order to make sure that I'm successful during this initiative? My response always is the same. Go to the website, watch the videos, experience and download and read all the information on there as much as you possibly can. I know that it's a lot and I want it to be that way, because if you follow exactly what I'm telling you to do, you're going to be successful. Then there's the other question that goes, I couldn't make the events. I wish I could participate. Maybe you can switch the events to a time that's going to be more convenient for me. Okay. Here we have someone who's asking a question that puts them on the side of being successful. Then we have the other person that's asking the question that puts them on the side of having continuous challenge. Now, why does this happen? It's all about a very, very simple term. The term is personal responsibility. See, the Staten Island Slim Down is not here to perform for you. It is not. And it's not to say because there's not a lot of information, there's not a lot of opportunities for you to exercise and also to fellowship with people who have the same outcome in mind. What it is, the Staten Island Slim Down is just a huge opportunity for you to do one thing. Take control of your life. That's simple. And that we're utilizing transformation as a metaphor for you to take control of certain things that are challenging you. So to respond to that question, are we going to change things to make it more convenient for you? Absolutely not. See, when you ask for things to be more convenient for you, that goes into the category of non-supportive thinking. When someone calls or they ask the question, well, what do I need to do in order to be successful since I can't make the events? Well, then that person is taking personal responsibility. Now, when you ask the question, well, not you, because you're watching this, I'm sure you're not one of these people, but if you're asking the question, what can you do to make it more convenient for me, means that you're not taking personal responsibility. And that's what this whole thing is about. Don't look for it to be easy. It's not going to be easy. Never at one point in time will you hear me say that it is easy. It may be simple, but it's not going to be easy. And there's a big distinction between what is simple and what is easy. You see, look, easy is what got you into this situation right now. Doing what is easy, or what we call pursuing the road of, or pursuing the path of least resistance. And that's why getting involved in exercise, if you haven't done it for a while, or intensifying your exercise, or changing your eating patterns is not going to be easy. But here's the deal. The benefits are going to outweigh the efforts. And I can personally guarantee you that. It may be a challenge, or I can even say that it will be a challenge to start changing your eating and start adopting metabolic nutrition and to start adopting consistent exercise. It's going to be a challenge. But the benefits are going to outweigh the efforts. And coming into the second week, it's going to become even more crucial because there's a milestone. And the milestone is this, the 21st day. Because statistics have shown, studies have shown, that if you can get past the 21st day of whatever changes that you're looking to make, you're going to put yourself on the side of success for keeping that habit for an extended period of time, hopefully a lifetime. So as we go into the second week, it's important that you keep in mind that you don't want easy, you want effective. I say to my clients all the time, look, do you want easy or do you want effective? Very often, they're not the same. I would probably say that most often they're not the same. So don't worry about easy. Put yourself in a position so that you can make sure that you're doing whatever you need to do to make your efforts most effective. Some of you have said that you're carrying your lunch to work. Some of you have said that you found different places where you work in order to, that will provide the food that you need. Some of you have said that you're cooking more than you have in the past. Some of you have said that your spouse is cooking more than they have in the past. Whatever it needs to do, I'm going to say to you this, do it. And do it without hesitation. Do it without reservation. Because what's going to happen is, again, you're going to reap the benefits. Play all out. Play to win. Play with the intention that you're going to be able to make tremendous changes by the time this initiative is completed. Because guess what? Week 1 is done. Which means what? We're down to single digits now. 9 weeks remaining. 9 weeks remaining. Get to that 21-day point, and again, I guarantee you it's not going to be as difficult. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it's not going to be as difficult because by that time, you're going to be in the position where you have started to formalize that habit for yourself. Quick story. There was a preacher who came to a new congregation, and he delivered a sermon. The following week, he delivered the same sermon. The week following, once again, he delivered the same sermon, and he did it for 3 more consecutive weeks before someone even said anything to him. Finally, one of the other pastors says to him, Reverend, I gotta ask you, you've been here for 2 months, and for each one of the months, you have said the same exact sermon. The Reverend replies, yes, that's true. Pastor replies, well, why are you doing that? He says, I'm going to keep saying it over and over again until you get it. That's what's important. You got to keep doing it over and over and over again until you get it. Now, the most important part of this program, even though they're all important, but the biggest challenge that many of you are going to find, and I'm hearing, is with the metabolic nutrition plan. Now, guess what? It's interesting that it's probably the most challenging part because it's one of the most important parts. Now, the thing about it is that you got to lock that down. I've gotten stories where people are saying, well, I am trying to eat better. I'm trying to do a little bit better. And then when they discuss with me what they've been trying to do, in some cases, I'm like, whoa. Have you watched the video yet? Well, if you haven't watched the video yet, you need to go to that nutrition lesson, and you need to watch the metabolic nutrition and video, and you need to watch Nutrition 101. And you got to get that part down packed. Okay? Because once you get that part down packed, believe me, the program is going to be a lot more manageable. Once again, not easy, but it's going to be a lot more manageable. Okay, so with that said and done, I'm going to go into what this week's program is going to be. Good part of it is that you're not going to be doing any different exercises than you have been doing in the first week. The exercises are still going to remain the same. And you're going to be able to download the sheet. If you didn't download it last time, you're going to be able to download that same sheet that has that list of exercises. Okay, you're going to perform those exercises. Now, last week we said you're going to do 1 rotation. If you could, do 2 rotations. If you could, then do 3 rotations. What I'm going to ask you to do this timeout is to do 3 full rotations of each one of those exercises. This means you're going to perform a set of squats, then you're going to perform a set of good mornings, or the deadlift, set of push-ups, set of rows, set of shoulder presses, set of curls, set of planks. And then you're going to start again from the top. So then again it's going to be squats, good mornings, push-ups, rows, shoulder press, curl, and then plank. And then you're going to start again and do it a third time. So the most important thing that we're looking for here is that you are going to limit the amount of rest that you had in between them. So we're going to be intensifying the whole process a little bit. So we're not going to do any more work per rotation than we normally did. It's going to be the same exercises, except before you may have been a little winded, you may have been a little challenged. What you want to do is you want to decrease that time. So how much time should you take? It all depends. Everyone's going to be different. So what you want to make sure that you do, though, is you want to get to the next exercise as quickly as you possibly can. If you have to stop and take time, then you take the time. If there's an exercise that you have to alter, then you alter it. Okay? Nothing more important than that. And here's the next thing. Once you've done 3 rotations of that exercise, then I want you to get 15 to 20 minutes worth of cardio exercise. Do your best. Do your best. If you don't have time to get it all done, then you do your best. Okay? 15 to 20 minutes. And that's on your bike, on the treadmill, on the elliptical, walking outside, whatever it is that you have access to or whatever you prefer to do. Okay? And then you're going to be doing that hopefully Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then on the off days, which are Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, whichever you like, you're going to be doing, once again, 25. We're going to increase a little bit. 25 to 30 minutes of cardio exercise. Now, this Wednesday, we're not going to be doing our exercise program at the College of Staten Island. We're going to have that charity boot camp for PS 37. So remember, check the events. It's really important that you check the events. Before you email us and ask us a question, check the get information portion and check the events. Now, you may say, well, what if I come to the workouts? Then just incorporate that. You know, just incorporate that. Just make that workout plan, the workout that you're going to come, part of what we're doing here. All right? But make it simple. Make it something that's going to be manageable. Do not overthink it. And most important, get in motion, get it done, and operate with the best of intention. Because after we finish week number 2, we're going into week number 3, which means we're going into that habit-forming stage. So it's so important to stay engaged. And if you don't do it perfectly, that's okay. Just do the best that you can. All right? So I'm sending you off to get it done, and make sure you show up, make sure you do it. And I'm going to end this with the way I normally end these presentations with, always remember to put your heart and soul in your goal.